Procreate's latest update gave us access to brush libraries, which open up a lot of new possibilities as far as brush organization goes. So in this video, I'm going to take you through how I now organize my brushes utilizing brush libraries, as well as how to move different brush sets from one library to the next. I've been using Procreate since 2016, so I have a lot of brushes, and previously the way that I would organize them is I would create an empty brush set. So what I mean by that is I would hit the plus, choose create new set, and then I would just label the set. So you can see right here I've got a pin emoji, and then I would just title it using all caps, and that would help me locate my different categories within the only brush library that we had access to at the time. But now, since we have other brush libraries, let's clean this up a little bit. You can see I've experimented a whole bunch since then. I don't really have any pins here. It takes me a while to find the pins. So we're going to start splitting things up. And in order to access your different libraries, all you want to do is pinch on top of the library you're on. So I'm on my classic library right now. So if I pinch, you can see I've got the Procreate library, and then I've got my pattern combo brush set library, which was a new addition with my latest pattern combo brushes in Procreate course. So I'll show you why these ones are much different than your typical drawing or lettering brushes, or even your stamp brushes. So I'm going to create a brand new brush library. I kind of looked through all of my brushes and I decided I'm going to have one library that has all of the brushes that I use most often. So these are going to be my drawing, my painting, and my lettering brushes. And then I'm going to have a separate library that has just stamp brushes. So if I ever need to stamp something in, I know if I go to that library, I can locate them really quickly instead of seeing them kind of all mixed in with my other brushes. That's my plan. So I'm going to hit the plus up here and then choose create new library. And I'm going to title this one stamps and then plus, and just give myself a little freedom here to dump other things in that are more miscellaneous. So I'll hit apply, and now you can see I've got this brush library up at the top. If you want to reorganize your brush libraries, all you have to do is tap and then drag where you want them to go, so you can reposition them there. I like this organization. I've got my Procreate library, all the new brushes that they gave us with the update, and then I've got my classic library right above my stamps, and then my combo brushes are in the bottom left corner. Now I want to show you how you can move brushes between different libraries. So I'm going to come into my classic library, and I already decided that I was going to move the stamps into the new one. So if I come into the classic library, I've got my stamps divider right here. So the first set is my Bouquet Maker Brush Set. It's got several stamps. There are some drawing brushes in it, but I want to keep the whole set together. So unfortunately, we can't select more than one at a time. You have to move these individually. So this could be a little time consuming, but remember, you only have to do it once, and then everything is organized and easier to find later on. So I'm just going to tap on this one. With it selected, I can now move it. Now I'm going to pinch it and then open up the stamps one and then drop it in. I'm going to do it again so you can see it. So I'm going to pinch this one closed, head back into my classic library. I've got to go all the way down again. I don't like that it doesn't bring you back where you were before. Like, even if I have the stamps one selected, it doesn't always bring me back when I switch between libraries. Hopefully Procreate fixes that. So the next one is this flat hero set. So I'm just going to tap and hold. Now I can move it around. I'm going to pinch, tap into my stamps one, and then just drag it where I want it positioned. And now I can pinch out of it and go back into my classic library, grab the other one, and just repeat this process. So it is time consuming. It is very tedious, but again, just think of the end goal and it'll make it a little bit easier to move along. So that's my plan for this one. And then I'm still going to continue in my classic library to organize my different sets by category. Let me just show you how I create those dividers. So if I come up to my recent, I'm going to hit the plus and then choose create new set. And here's where I create the pin. So I'm just going to type in pin right here, and pin, and I'm going to put all caps, and we'll just call this one drawing, and hit apply. And now you can see it's just an open, unused brush set because there's no brushes in here. But then I can start dragging my different drawing brushes. Like, I have a simple drawing brush set, and I'm going to drag that all the way up and then just put it underneath the drawing category. So that's how I organize within the library if things are out of order or I need to create new categories. So that makes things a lot easier to locate. This one's going to be broken down. I'm going to relabel this one. So just tap on the name and choose rename. And this one's going to be drawing, painting, and lettering. Okay, so now I've got this up at the top. It's just easier to find everything that way. And then I mentioned my combo brushes. So I've got a few in here. Let's grab the scissors one and bring it over. So I'm just going to tap and hold. You're going to need 2 hands for this, and then pinch with the other hand, tap on the combo brush sets, and now I can move it in here. This is part of my pattern combo extension pack that was related to my pattern combo brushes in Procreate course. So I want to make sure that I separate the pack from my other combo brushes. So I'm going to create another new divider. So tap on the plus, create a new set. This is always going to be a set. That way it exists on the left side of your screen. And then I can add the pin again and then type it out. And then I'm going to add another one right above the scissors for all of my other combo brush sets. And then just drag that down. And now it's just a nice divider. Even if you have a bunch of emojis for your other brush sets, you'll always be able to find the pin one pretty easily.